Your parent called you twice yesterday. You figured they just wanted to chat. You were busy. You called back when you could, kept it short, said you'd talk more over the weekend. Nothing seemed wrong. But here's what you didn't know. That second call? It wasn't really about the thing they said it was about. It was a test, a quiet, unspoken test, one they didn't even know they were running. And this happens every single day in millions of families with parents who would never use the word lonely, who would look you in the eye and say, "I'm fine, don't worry about me," because their entire generation was raised to believe that needing people is a burden, that asking for connection is weakness, that the people who love you should just know. So they send signals instead of sentences, and we keep missing them. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to go through 7 behaviors your elderly parent might be showing you right now. Behaviors you've probably misread, dismissed, or just not noticed. And we're going to decode exactly what they mean, not as problems to fix, as people trying to reach you the only way they know how. Let's go. Sign number 1, they call about nothing and everything. Your parent calls. The reason is small. Maybe they want to tell you something you didn't need to know. A neighbor's car, the price of something at the market, the weather where they live, and you think, why are they calling me about this? Here's what's actually happening. For most of their life, your parent had a reason to be in rooms. They were needed. They were the one people came to. Decisions moved through them. Conversations started with them. And now that ecosystem has shrunk, the house is quieter, the days are longer than they used to be, and the version of themselves they built their entire identity around, the provider, the anchor, the one who held things together, that person has fewer and fewer places to exist. So they call about small things because small things are the only doorway they have left. The call isn't about the neighbor's car. The call is, I still exist. Do you still see me? What you can do today, the next time they call about something small, don't mentally fast forward to getting off the phone. Ask one follow-up question, just one. What did you end up doing about that? Watch what happens to the conversation. Watch what happens to their voice. Sign number 2, they've started talking about the past. A lot. Old stories, people you've never met. Events from 40 years ago told with the kind of detail that makes you wonder why they remember this, but forget where they put their glasses. You might have thought it was just memory, doing strange things, maybe even early cognitive decline. Most of the time, it isn't. Psychologists call this life review. It's something that happens almost universally in older adults, and it's not random. When the present starts feeling thin, when the future feels uncertain or short, the mind reaches back to the chapters where they felt most alive, most needed, most like themselves. They're not just reminiscing, they're visiting the version of themselves that felt whole. And when they tell you those stories, they're not being nostalgic for its own sake. They're trying to share that version of themselves with you. They want you to know who they were, not just who they are now in this smaller, quieter chapter. Be honest with yourself for a second. How many of those stories have you really listened to? What you can do today, ask about a person they mention. Ask what that person was like. Ask what your parent was like back then. You're not just giving them a conversation. You're giving them back their identity for a few minutes. That is not a small thing. Sign number 3. They've started giving things away. Their jewelry, old tools, furniture, things they've kept for decades. Suddenly, they want you or your siblings to have them. This one scares people, and it should get your attention, but not for the reason most people think. This isn't always about mortality. Often, it's about meaning. When your parent gives something away, they are trying to place themselves inside your life in a permanent way. They are saying, even when I am not here every day, I want to still be present. I want you to look at this and think of me. It's loneliness reaching forward in time. It's a person who isn't sure how much space they take up in your world, trying to guarantee themselves at least one corner of it. Every object they hand you is a quiet question. Will you remember me? Do I still matter to you? What you can do today when they give you something, don't just say thank you. Tell them where you're going to put it. Tell them you'll think of them when you see it. Watch their face. That's the answer they needed. Sign number 4. They stop mentioning their health, even when something is wrong. This one is counterintuitive. We expect lonely, struggling elderly parents to over-report health problems, to call about every ache. But many do the opposite. They go quiet about it. They downplay. They deflect. It's nothing. I'm fine. Don't come. You're busy. Here's the generational psychology underneath that silence. Your parent grew up in a world where showing pain, physical or emotional, meant being a burden, where the truly strong people suffered quietly and kept going. Where asking for help was something you did only when you had absolutely no other choice, and even then you apologized for it. They have spent 60, 70, 80 years building an identity around not needing too much. And now, when they genuinely need something, that lifetime of conditioning kicks in. The pride and the loneliness pull in exactly the same direction. Silence. They don't tell you because they love you too much to feel like a weight on your life. Think about that for a second. What you can do today. Don't wait for them to bring up their health. Ask directly, and then ask again. How are you really feeling? How has your energy been? The second question is the one that gets the real answer. Sign number 5. They become unusually interested in your routine. When are you getting home? What did you eat? How did that meeting go? Did you sleep enough? You might have read this as controlling or anxious or just the general nosiness that seems to come with age. But look closer. Your parent is mapping you, building a mental picture of your day, your world, your life, because from where they sit, they can no longer see your life the way they once could. They can no longer be inside it the way they were when you were young and your lives overlapped completely. Asking about your routine is how they stay close to you without asking to stay close to you. It's the only way they know to still be part of things. The questions aren't about control. They're about connection. They're about a parent who loves you desperately and doesn't know how to say, I miss being needed by you. I miss knowing your world. What you can do today, next time they ask about your day, give them more than the summary. Tell them one real thing, one moment, one frustration, or one small win. You are not just updating them, you are letting them back in. Sign number 6. They've gotten quieter during visits, but harder to leave. When you're there, they seem fine, maybe even subdued. Not the way you imagine someone who was lonely would behave, but when it's time for you to go, something shifts. The conversation suddenly finds new things to say. They walk you to the door slowly. They find one more thing to show you. They hold your hand a moment longer. The visit itself, they can hold together. But the ending, the moment you walk out and the quiet comes back, that they cannot mask. Your parent has learned to perform okayness. They've had decades of practice. But the performance always cracks right at the goodbye. Watch for it. That's where the truth lives. What you can do today, before you leave, sit back down just for 5 more minutes. You don't need a reason. Say, I'm not in a rush yet. Tell me something. Those 5 minutes will matter to them more than the 2 hours before it. Sign number 7. They say, I don't want to bother you constantly. This phrase, this quiet, devastating phrase. Don't worry about me. I know you're busy. I don't want to be a bother. We hear it so often we stop hearing it. But listen to what is actually being said. Your parent is not just being polite. They are managing the fear that if they ask for too much, you will pull away. That if they become too much, love will turn into obligation, and obligation will turn into resentment. They have watched people become burdens, maybe their own parents, maybe friends, and they have decided somewhere deep and wordless, I will not be that. I will make myself smaller before I risk losing you. The loneliness isn't separate from the I don't want to bother you. The loneliness is the I don't want to bother you. What you can do today, the next time they say it, interrupt it. Say, you are not a bother. You are the person I want to hear from. Say it like you mean it. Say it more than once, because one lifetime of conditioning does not undo itself. from a single reassurance. But it starts there. Here is what all 7 of these signs have in common. Your parent is not broken. They are not declining. They are not just getting old in ways you have to manage. They are a person who spent their whole life being needed, being useful, being the one. And now they are navigating a world where that role has quietly slipped away. And they are doing it with the only tools their generation gave them: silence, pride, and the hope that the people who love them will notice anyway. You noticed. That's why you're here. So don't wait for the perfect moment. And don't wait for them to come out and say it. Don't wait until it's too late and you're sitting somewhere wishing you had just called back sooner. Call today. Visit sooner than you planned. Ask the second question. Stay 5 more minutes. You already know this feeling, the one that says, I should reach out more. That feeling is not guilt. That is love telling you something true. Listen to it. If this video opened something in you, if you recognized your parent in any of these signs, share it with one person who loves their parent the way you do. They need to see this too. And subscribe, because next week we're going to go even deeper.